Even though I don't really play this ship a whole lot, I think this one is very underrated. This is, of course, AL Yukikaze, if you can see that right there. I haven't loaded in yet. But basically, this thing is a Kagero with Shima F3s. Well, not exactly. It has F3s, but they're slightly nerfed F3s. But anyway, this ship has all of the strengths of the Kagero, except it, first of all, does not get a torpedo reload booster, which is a little unfortunate. And then it also does, it has the slightly nerfed F3s, and it cannot switch off of them. But I'll get more into that in a few seconds. First things first, looking at the matchmaking. Kind of dog. There's a Carrier, because of course. Alaska with Radar. Double Michelangelo with Sap, which is annoying. Catalunya and York are not that bad. I can deal with those. Paulo Emilio, Benson, Cian Yang, and Akatsuki for destroyers. I have a blacklisted Sejong with a division with a San Luis, so they're probably gonna be trash. Let's see here. We have okay. We do have the one radar. I'm heading over here to. Shut the fuck up. I am looking over here to go towards A because there's just the one Fletcher over here compared to the Ognavoy and the Stored that are both over there at D already. They literally spawned over there. So I'm going to head over to A where there's only one destroyer over that spawned over there, and it looks like something might have been going middle. I honestly think that Benson might be going down the middle. Because RPF was pointing like down there for a few seconds, but it looks like something else might be being kind of aggressive over here in A. Something did get there relatively fast. There's the Paulo Emilio, the Cian Yang, Akatsuki. That is a no survivability expert Akatsuki. He's immediately going to smoke up. That's fine. God damn it. Let's see. Is this Akatsuki going to slow down in the smoke? It's Catalunya. Shots should fall short. I'm gonna drop some torpedoes in towards that smoke. I'm gonna turn off our AA, which, by the way, this is something that you'll see a lot of people tell you in ships that. What the fuck happened to the Fletcher? In ships that have really short anti-aircraft range, such as Yukikaze and Kagero, uh, ships that have that type of detection. Is that that is another smoke screen. That's from the Yorktown. All right, but basically the reason I say that you still want to have your AA off regardless of your AA range is because people do love to drop their depth charges on nothing to try and find your AA tracers. I'm going to smoke up right here to deny that carrier from spotting me. The main reason I smoked up as early as I did was because I didn't want to give anybody any kind of last known indicator marks on their minimap for me, because those are things that will help them blind fire me. Those are things that will, as I've explained before, like last known position. If someone just went dark, if that person has a last known indicator mark to aim at, that is a very telling sign. I'm just going to pop some more Make-A-Wish torps out there. And then I'm going to have to go away from the smoke screen, because there is almost definitely about to be a Akatsuki torps heading in here. There's the Michelangelo, though. Hopefully this guy's gonna go push up far enough that that this island right there is gonna be able to block that line of sight. Or more specifically the line of fire. Looks like this Michelangelo is going to be turning in. So I might have to just do a quick U-turn. I'm going to int out of the cap, but the main thing is I want to make sure that if this Michelangelo, for whatever reason, decides to turn around and round that corner, I have to make sure that I'm not going to be detected there. So I'm going to have to sacrifice going through the getting A to in order to make sure I'm not going to be caught bow in to Michelangelo, which does have sap and is very, very annoying to deal with. Did not get detected there. That's great. Catalunia's kiting out. Michelangelo is getting dunked on a little bit. The Prince Rupert got Paulo Emilio'd because he's a dog. I think right now, the obvious play is I'm going to be taking A right here. I want to maybe spot out this Michelangelo, although I'm not sure if anyone is really going to be able to shoot at him. And this Yorktown is a very inviting target, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to afford to go for him. I think I'm going to have to deal with this Michelangelo first. Catalunya is also pushing in. I think, did that Michelangelo gimmick out of that? I'm not sure. I don't think, no, there's no way that that's Michelangelo gimmick smoke. This Rupert is also a very inviting target. I'm just going to drop some torpedoes out on the Michelangelo. Then we're going to get turned and kited out from this Catalunya. Being a Kagero hull is also like you have all of the strengths of the Kagero, but you also have all of the weaknesses, and one of those weaknesses is you are slow, or at very least relatively slow by destroyer standards. This thing has a base top speed of 36 knots, which is fine, but it's not like the 39 knots that you have on like Shimakaze. So Kagero and Yugamo are actually significantly harder to play than Shimakaze, despite having slightly better stealth. Just to the fact that their hulls are so slow is a very big deal in terms of positioning and the punishment of getting caught out. And that's also why I was so concerned about not wanting to be bowing to that Michelangelo, because if I was caught there, there was basically no way that I would have ever been able to go undetected. It's doubly so because I didn't have my smoke available. I'm gonna pop my smoke right here. I'm gonna try and get some resets on these guys. Shatters, that's always nice. This Michelangelo is gonna just turn right towards me. Hopefully he's gonna burn that DCP right there. Might have been a little bit hasty with those torpedoes. That is unfortunate. I thought he was going to just full send it at me, because he's a Michelangelo, that's what they do. And of course there's a fucking carrier. I'm getting engaged by AI gunners, like he's literally not even looking in this direction. So I deserve to eat 3,000 damage for existing. And 4,000 damage from AI. Because reasons. I gotta love carriers, man. Like, literally, The fucking, don't even have to be paying attention, don't even have to be good. You can just accidentally spot someone, and even if you don't strike them, then you still grief them by spotting. And I really did want to, get my, fucking, get that reset off, but didn't happen. I have to go back towards here, towards my San Luis. The bright side right now is that this Catalunya is going to be forced to angle to the San Luis. Unless he just wants to, like, you know, turn broadside, which I doubt he's going to do. So he's going to be more or less locked bow in. Yeah. Now the question is this Catalunya going to... Is this Catalunya going to die? Okay, there's the Michelangelo. I didn't... God damn it. I wanted to try and avoid being spotted by him, but no such luck. He loves sap, by the way. And no, this Catalunya did not die. Now we're gonna have to go dark. Ow. I think that Catalunya did beach. Alright, so that's suboptimal. On the bright side, it is highly unlikely that this carrier is going to come over here and grief me, because there is a buffalo currently walking at his head, and there's a Lazo also about to walk into A, so this carrier is like somewhere in like that quadrant of the map. So he's going to have a Lazo over here or a buffalo behind him. So it's highly, highly unlikely that he's going to be flying his planes all the way over towards me just to grief me. I'm going to launch some torps in towards this cap. I'll launch it through my smoke. And what I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to camp like right above this section right here, probably like this line in between B and C. And the reason for that is because my torpedo range should reach this island right here. And that's the main thing that I want right now, because these guys are most likely going to be walking from B towards D, because our carrier's, well, over there somewhere. He's not being rendered because of the cyclone, but they're most likely going to be walking from C to D, and I want to be able to torpedo them as they make their way from B to D. Although this Catalunya did just straight up decide to walk in this direction, which I'm honestly not entirely sure why he decided to do that. But there's the Michelangelo. Did have to go a little bit further than I'd have liked because of this Catalunya that was walking at me, but I really want to fight. I don't think I'm going to be able to, I don't think he's going to be in range unless he turns like north of this island, which he's not going to. Although he is going to probably walk at our carrier. I'm not concerned about the Catalunya right now. Drop torpedoes off like that. We're just going to pray that those are going to be able to hit. And then from there, we're going to turn our attention towards this Catalunya. And more specifically, we're going to be turning our attention to try to not die to this Catalunya. Michelangelo's going to just turn south and out of the torpedoes, so that sucks. Oh well, it's the life of having short torpedo range. And the life of carriers as well. The hell's shots were those? Buffalo, I guess. Now we're just going to keep this guy spotted. Just going to keep this Catalunya spotted. Our carrier's going to die, but that's fine. Honestly, I don't think they had any kind of win condition online here. They just lost all of the caps so quickly, and it's just going to be over for them before they know it. This was a pretty low damage game from me, but that's fine. Because really, at the end of the day, what matters is being able to stay alive and still be able to impact the game in some capacity. And I'm just going to shoot here because my survival is no longer essential to the game being won. Yeah, and there they go. So, kind of a shit game, if I'm being honest, like as far as damage goes, but it is still one that I think highlights, first of all, the strengths of this ship, which is their ability to stay undetected, and also the weaknesses because of the whole speed thing. And taking a bunch of damage from that Michelangelo AI because reasons, and then the Catalunya. Even though the torpedoes didn't really do much damage, I fired like a bunch of them and I only hit one. 56 torpedoes and I only hit one, but I still placed top on the team because you just got to be able to keep things spotted and be able to make cap presence. So it's kind of a mediocre game in terms of like stats and performance, but I think it is still one that like relatively aptly demonstrates how to like not exactly the ins and outs of using torpedoes. I didn't really I mean, I explained like why I launched some of them. Like with the Michelangelo, I thought they was just going to walk at the smoke, which he didn't end up doing, so sucks to be me. But whatever. I still think that Torps did what they needed them to do, which was mostly make sure that I wasn't getting walked at. So in that regard, they did work out. So that I think is going to be it for today. I've rambled on enough, so I will see you tomorrow.